On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
They give to Wright on the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. White again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A 5-receiver set, trying to find something on 3rd and 10. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Willis. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17.
They'll take over 1st and
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Let's go. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe it'll slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll go up the middle with White. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and 3.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Go street. Come 19. Come 19.
Back to throw, Willis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So a golden field position there is squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now Hurts changing up the play. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Aaron Siposs now. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. He spins free. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. The 20. And in for the Buccaneers. Touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Quez Watkins, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now they'll change things up. Throwing is Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to Wayne. And the ball is knocked out. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
60 by 6. Ready?
From the gun, it's Dillon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Bucs are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80. Rig alert, rig alert.
Back to throw, Willis. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Here we go, here we go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Cardinal.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. That's out wide for Palmer. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Willis will look to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start, and it ends up falling incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Check smash. Ready?
Willis looks to pass it here. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back in the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 4. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and 9. On the option to give to Swift here.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Silver.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Hurts.
Full left side complete.
That's Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles 1st down as he'll get this down to the 32.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. This is Smith to the ground. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith,
32 yards.
and the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 13-7.
13. Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
18, tied in. Ready.
Play action. Willis. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's got his man on the out route. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll set up to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. The drive starts with a run by White. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
Here's Willis. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's White. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go now.
Here's 3rd and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Warriors, 70.
Willis looking to throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Rodgers to return it. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 31 yards on the punt there. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Hurts fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal.
19 tight, 19 tight. 7 Pirates, 19 Lions.
Following the fumble recovery, Willis toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
A 27-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard lines.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Viking 18.
Willis to throw on second. That's completed right side to Palmer. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards to pick up there.
The partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hey. Ready?
On first down, Willis. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 58 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't ready up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 33. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
This 2nd and 4. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal.
Willis looking to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Hassan Reddick able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Willis to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Willis looking to throw on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. To throw, here's Willis. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Pass to 60. Pass to 60.
That's taken in by Palmer. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So defensively, they let the play stand. They'd rather have the down as it'll bring up 4th.
A 42-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Throwing is Hurts.
30-yard line.
Complete. Smith has it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
But first down, Hurts. Goes right back to Smith again. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They go play action with Hurts. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now 2nd and 9. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Let's go now.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Bronco 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
Now Willis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
Cougar 19.
Back to throw, Willis. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, it's Rodgers. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
63, 63, 63. Crowd left Yanni. Crowd left Yanni. Crowd left Yanni. Don't touch.
Hurts sets up to throw it. His throw incomplete.
And that's a line play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, easy, 63, 63, back. Go silver, right?
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
An audible here to get a new look. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Hurt. 70 Timberwolves. Ready?
Now from the gun, here's Willis.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
19 Tiger. 70 Ranger.
They run straight ahead here with White.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Evans comes in motion right.
Hawk 70. 60 Bison. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Rodgers on the return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Forced out to his left. This is Smith with the ground. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 33 yards that time. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Quez Watkins,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Eagles 14.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick.
covered.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown. Trey Palmer, 36 yards. And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
The 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
A gain of 9. Brings up
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And that's going to be caught front. Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Elliott good on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
33. Eagles 21.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good gain there on first down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today.
So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Buccaneers, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.